So then at 20 seconds, I guess? No, it doesn't matter because I'm voiceovering, that's right. So let's pretend, I'll move my arms out. What's up, guys? As I'm voiceovering. Blah, 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 blah. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and part 2 and final part of my build for the Landfreeder. Oh, here we go again. For the Landfreeder Quadtrack. It's not too interesting because it's not as complex as I was hoping it would be. I thought there would be a lot of cantilever suspension going on in here, but it's not that crazy. And to be honest, I wasn't really that excited to build the tracks after I had to cut every single link off and then shave off any of the extra leftover plastic with an X-Acto knife. That took quite a while, as you can imagine. And now we finally get to the track portion. Well, sort of. We're actually building the sprocket that mounts on the hub first. Nothing special here. Let's continue to watch. One thing I'd like to mention here about the sprocket, when you're building them, is there are a lot of screws you gotta tighten. So make sure you snug them in first in star formation before you tighten them in star formation. And here, when you get to the part where you've got to stick a bunch of washers down into the sprocket, pay attention because there are two different ones they ask you to do. One's actually a lock spring and the other one is a washer. Here, when the instructions ask you to make the turnbuckles for the suspension links, an easy way to make sure they're all the same length is to use the shafts that they provide you for the track system. When you get to the part where you've got to assemble the shafts and the wheels on the whole bracket, they ask you to use thread lock on the screws. I think it's actually easier to take your smallest driver that they give you and use thread lock a little bit, don't be too generous, and put it inside the shafts where the threads are for the screws that are going to go into them. And we'll slow the video down just a second here so you can watch me check out the suspension movement. It's pretty cool. Only one of the wheels actually has suspension movement. And the rest of it has its own suspension movement, you'll see soon. And here we are finally, all 4 subsystems of the track done. You'll see the servo saver rings that are typically used for servo sabers are actually used as suspension here. I need to add some information to me increasing the steering originally. And it was also written in the comments of the first video. I had cut the nub right by the drive shaft in the front because it actually blocks the steering arm from giving you maximum angle. All right, so I got this working just to make sure with all this power system, and it's pretty cool. Just thought I'd show you guys. Yeah, I thought I'd show you guys. It looks pretty cool moving without the tracks. All right, see you in a bit. And here I show you the track links. Ugh. As I had mentioned at the beginning of the video, doing the tracks wasn't that interesting. All you had to do was slide pins in to keep them together. And it does help to use the small drivers that they give you in the package to push them in all the way. I really tried to make this an informative video, but there isn't much to tell. The tracks are pretty straightforward, there's nothing complex about it. And I thought, honestly, it would be a much more complex design so that I could make an informative video. But it's pretty much done. So this is the end of the track build. Let's wait for the running video. See you soon.